Our very first, well, one of our very first assignments that you're going to be doing is the article of the week. So, in general, I'm going to assign these on Monday, and you will have until Friday to turn them in on Schoology. But I wanted to give you a rundown of the directions so that you'd have something to reference as you try to get through this assignment. So these are going to ramp up in difficulty a little bit over time, and I'm going to add things and take things away. But here are the basics. Okay, so the first thing that you'll notice is that you have to find 5 annotations. Okay, and these can be a bunch of different things. They can be main ideas, they can be quotes, they can be words that you don't know and have to define. They can be opinions, and they can be things that you might already know about the topic that the article is going to be discussing. So you have to find 5 things. At the top here, where it says name, you're going to be answering all of these highlighted fields. So the article is at the top, and then the things that you're going to be responsible for knowing are closer down to the bottom. Okay, so first, you're going to put your name up here at the top, and that is just to make sure that you get credit for your work. Okay, and then you're going to read the article, the whole thing, and you're going to make your annotations, 5 of them here. Okay, so if I start reading this article, I might start with the headline. Okay, so the doctor here that wrote this article, we can assume that he is an expert because he is the doctor. Okay, so if you saw what I did here, I highlighted this section. Okay, and once I highlight it, this little plus box pops up here, and that's how you're going to make your annotations. So we're going to choose to highlight this, and then we're going to write our annotation. So I'm just going to write that the author is a doctor and an expert on diabetics because our article is about diabetics. Okay. So you might not know the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So this might be a good opportunity for you to look that up and provide yourself with an annotation. So I'm going to highlight that. Notice I click and drag, and then I have my little plus box over here. Okay, so I already know the difference between those two things. And so this, for me, is going to be activating prior knowledge. So I'm going to write type 1 is from birth. Type 2 is gotten in adulthood. Okay, so that's another type of annotation that you can do, is looking stuff up or activating knowledge that you already know. Okay, so here where the article says the price jumped from $40 a vial to $130 a vial, I might express an opinion. I might say that is a really big increase, and hit comment. Okay, so you are just going to do that. Let's do one more here. So let's say maybe we don't even know what insulin is, right? So we'll open a new tab here. Hopefully, we'll open a new tab and we'll just type in insulin definition. And we find out that insulin is a hormone produced in the pancreas. Okay, so we'll go back to our document over here and we'll add that. So I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to add my comment, and I'm going to go and type insulin is a hormone produced in the pancreas. Okay, I hope I spelled pancreas right. Let's see, because spelling is important. Pancreas. Okay, let's see. Yeah, looks like I got it right. Then I'm going to add my comments. So you see here, it's not really a whole lot of work, but 5 annotations, and they need to be throughout the article. So I have mine. I have 4 of them right here in the beginning. So as I finish reading, I might save one until I get down here to the end. Okay. And down here, there's a quote, and I might just mark that for what it is. And that's a direct quotation. And hit comment. Okay. So now I've read my article, I've done my 5 annotations, and then I get down here to the bottom where it's the question and answer portion. Okay. So nothing, I'm not trying to pull any tricks on you here. All you have to do is answer the question. So what is the problem proposed in the article? Does the author propose any solutions? So for this, you need to make sure that you're writing complete sentences. No little one-word answers or anything like that. And make sure that your grammar and spelling are correct, because grammar and spelling always count. Okay? So the problem proposed in the article is that people who need insulin to live can't afford it, right? So that might be what I type. The solution that the author proposes, I'm not going to give you guys. Okay, it's in the article, and make sure that you are going through and reading the article carefully. Okay, direct quotation. Well, I already marked one of these, and it's right here. So all I have to do is find out who is being quoted, and that's Kristen Sykes. And then I have to take her quote, and I can put it down here. Okay, now this one, it doesn't have to necessarily be all your writing. So I might just write Kristen Sykes. I'll put a little colon there. And then I'll just copy her quote by copying and then pasting. Okay. Now for the essay question, it's going to take you a little bit more work, and it's going to take you some getting used to this type of writing style. Okay. I don't want you to use opinion buzzwords like I believe or I think. You can still say what should be done about insulin problems and insulin prices, but I don't want you to say, I believe that insulin prices are too high. I just want you to say insulin prices are too high. Okay. So for your essay question, I really think that doing it this way works best. Okay. So I'm going to start with the author states that insulin prices are too high, and I want you to be really specific. So you're going to say, and this is causing people to ration insulin and die. Okay, so you're going to state the main idea. Okay. And then next, you're going to give me some information about the problem. So you might quote the statistic that we used up here about how much the price of insulin has increased. Okay, so you might say the price of insulin has drastically increased over the last few decades. And this means that people who need insulin cannot get it. Okay. And then you're just going to continue in that vein of thinking, right? So you're going to write a couple more sentences about what the problem is and fix any typos that you have along the way if they pop up. And then finally, what you're going to do is you're going to write about the solution. Okay. So you might say the solution should be the federal government should help control insulin prices for individuals who cannot afford insulin or who do not have health insurance. Okay. So I've given you the first couple of sentences for this response, and you need to write the rest. So again, we're looking for a kind of 3-part essay response here that should be a pretty good paragraph. I don't just mean like a rinky dink 5 sentence paragraph. I want like a really well developed, well written paragraph here. And again, those 3 parts should be: 1, restate the main idea; 2, you're going to provide information about the problem listed in the article. Okay. The third part is you're going to discuss solutions presented in the article. Okay. And you're going to do all of that without saying the words "I believe" or "I think." Okay. I know you guys are going to have questions about this, and this is not a thing that I'm expecting you to get right the first time. I'm going to take a look over your assignments this first week and then decide kind of how I want to teach you based on the mistakes that I think that you're making. Okay, so I'm looking for simple completion here in grammar. Okay, so as long as you complete the assignment and your grammar is good and you make a good effort, I'll make sure that you get the points. Okay. So again, this is all going to change and get more advanced as time goes on, but this is our starting point. Okay. So again, this will be due on Fridays. Okay. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.